Hey, what's going on, team? It's Ricky with TechBot Solutions, and in this video, I'm going to be talking about how to accommodate like a slow market. So as of right now, and I just wanted to kind of like speak kind of as of today. I'm going to start sharing my screen so you guys can see exactly what it is that I'm looking at. Again, for those that are not familiar with who it is that I am, my name is Ricky. I run the largest YouTube channel for those who invest in the stock market. We have a little bit over 479,000 subscribers. Be sure to stay connected if you guys want to watch, a little bit over my 1,200 videos about how to get started in investing in the stock market mainly, but also I invest in cars and I have a series of different companies in which I share my experience and success. And on top of that, the first link in the description, we run the largest free Facebook group for those who invest in the stock market. We have a little bit over 185,000 members all across the world. It's called TechBot Solutions, and it's that simple first link in the description if you want to join our free Facebook group, and then on top of that, join our free Discord chat where you can conversate with tens of thousands of members all across the world about what they are trading. This is the TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim platform. It's the platform that I use. It's not what you specifically have to use. I want to make sure that you guys all know that. On the day, I'm up $368.60. Whoa. I literally just noticed that my profits on UGAS and my profits on DGAS are 60 cents apart. That's pretty legit. I literally just sold on the last push that DGAS had. I ended up selling, let me see if it pops up right here. I ended up selling 350 shares at 78.37. So that was actually a really solid exit, knowing exactly it was right around that middle VWAP. Put my limit order, huge spike up, huge sell off on natural gas, huge push up on DGAS. Was able to lock in profits and simply walk away. I announced it. If you're part of the Learn Plan Profit Discord chat, I announced that I sold my position on DGAS, as I like to keep you guys up to date with the overall thing. What I want to talk about today is like in correlation to yesterday. Yesterday, even with my I ended the day at $3,376 profit. Feel free to watch that recap video that's on my YouTube channel if you guys want to learn a little bit more about that. But one of the things that I noticed was it was really easy to make it was just the volatility was there, the direction was there, and I'm not seeing that with what I'm trading today. And again, that's all I could speak of. I know some of you guys might be saying the market's not slow. Right now, it's really picking up. Maybe if you were trading something like /CL and how aggressively it sold off and stuff like that, or maybe with /GC and all the gold-based series of ETFs, since gold is selling off. What I noticed, if this thing decides to load, is I was mainly focusing on /NG today, which is the natural gas future, right? And one thing that I noticed was that natural gas was doing a beautiful job. This is where it closed at yesterday. It was doing a beautiful job pushing up, showing signs of this uptrend. And then guess what, right? It's holding above the SMA line. It's trading between the middle and top VWAP. Hits the resistance at 315 once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, consolidates, hits the resistance, continues to bounce off this SMA line and then breaks its pattern. Guess when? At around 3 to 4 o'clock. Begins to sell off and then begins to try to pick back up right around 5 o'clock. It shows signs of this ascending uptrend pattern, right, from this overall support that we could see right here and overall resistance that we can kind of see right here. That's nice, right? Ascending uptrend pattern, great, offered great margin. But then as soon as the market is about to open, that's 7:30 my time, the direction completely shifts. The SMA line, which then used to act as a support, then now begins to act as a resistance. The overall pattern goes from, instead of it making higher highs and higher lows, as we could see here, now it begins to make lower highs and lower lows. The direction completely shifts. So then I was just okay, for those that got to watch me trade live today, those are the people that are part of Learn Plan Profit, we identified this pattern right away, and I was able to make my first trade pretty easily, right? It was very quick, $184, great. Now, after this sell-off, and then it picked right back up, I took a position on DGAS, and then instead of it selling off and making lower lows like it's been doing before, it catches its support at 311. And the whole premise of this video, again, is talking about that, the flow at the time that the market opened, and the flow, although the direction was there during extended hours and during pre-market hours, as soon as the market opened, the direction began to change. It began to, I don't want to say downtrend, but it simply began to consolidate. The SMA line was no longer pointing up. It was not really pointing down. It was really just flatlining, and the patterns followed. There was not a lot of margin left for profit, right? There's decent margins, but if I really look at it and I try to calculate the exact entries and exits, it's 1.5%, and that's kind of on the high end. That's on exact entries and exit points. And again, I'm not a perfect trader, so I'm probably not going to enter and exit exactly where it bounces at and where it peaks out at. So all I wanted to say in this video is one of the biggest, and I'm really happy that on my last trade, so again, I'll show you guys this. On my last trade, so this is UGAS, $184.60, and then this is DGAS, $184 flat. $368. I'm still super happy with where I'm at for the day, but one of the things that I want to remind myself is that, I'm not under the PDT rule. And I'm still second guessing myself to continue to take positions when the opportunity cost is not necessarily worth it. There's a lot of you that are under the PDT rule, and when it comes down to the premise of that you have 3 day trades to take advantage of opportunities within a 5-day period, you want to be extremely selective. And when the pattern and the direction of what you see value in is just not there, then what's one of the best things that we can do? Simply step away. The reason that I'm saying that is we had a lot of people tune into the live stream and a lot of people that were actively watching, but they were not actively trading because the direction nor the margin of profit was big enough. And that's okay. It's just a friendly reminder that you don't necessarily need to trade every single day, especially when the margin of profit is not worth it. You have to set a goal, right? And if you set a goal of I want to achieve 3% or 5% growth every single week, then you need to make sure that every trade that you take according to that accommodates that. And if the margin of profit that you're aiming for and that you see when you're about to take a day trade is less than 1% or a 1% margin, and that's for a perfect trade, be realistic with yourself. Are you going to trade it perfectly? Probably not. And if you were to aim for a 5% goal and you take a 1% trade, is that really working towards your overall goal of the 5% for the week? You need to make sure that every action that you take is actually working towards your end goal. And that is why, as of right now, with everything it is that I have to do within today, I'm just thinking is it worth the extra time that I'm dedicating right now to actually actively trade? Or should I give myself a little bit more time? Should I set a little bit more alerts and let it truly identify its direction when it's just going to be that much easier for me? When something is consistently uptrending and downtrending, let me show you a perfect example. Natural gas. As of right now, look where it's at. It's kind of just this horizontal pattern of it going overall low points around 311, overall high points here. That's great and all, but it's I don't want to scalp that. And I'm someone that can day trade, right? As many times as I want because I'm not under the PDT rule. I would much rather take part of something that is just consistently showing signs of an uptrend, and my entry points and my exit points and my entry points and my exit points and my entry points and my exit points are all so clear and easy to understand because the direction is there. When the direction is not there, it's less clear on when to enter and exit a position. And that's okay. It just means that you have to hold back. And again, it's a friendly reminder of asking yourself, what is it that you are going to do this 2019 that's going to set you apart from the 90% of people that lose money? If you continue to showcase the same best practices that 90% of traders do, meaning over trading, not managing risk, not understanding what you are trading, and trading based off other people's opinion, then you will become part of that 90% that does not make one dime in the market and that actually loses money. And yes, that's a tough pill to swallow, but it's being realistic with yourself. It's like spending money that you don't have. Why do that? Yet so many Americans are in debt. And this is the friendly reminder where, again, if you want to become fresh start, right? Fresh start. If you want to become part of that 10%, what best practices? Simple best practices: manage risk, take less trades, be selective. It's actually asking you to do less. Same thing when it comes down to spending money. Don't spend money you don't have. It's actually asking you to do less. But it's something that so many people struggle with because it takes discipline. That's all. So when the market is slow or when the market is not in your favor and just nothing is going according to your plan, then understand and know when to step away. When it comes down to your job and whatever it is that you do for a living, there's structure, there's rules, and there's guidelines that you have to abide by. And if something is not going according to your plan, you have a management team in which you can speak to, and they will have a solution for you. Same thing when it comes down to trading. You have to implement that structure because the market is so free. And it's because of that ability to be so free that so many people lack the structure, they lack the discipline, and then they lack success as well. So Again, all this video is about is just to remind you that it's okay to step away, especially when the opportunity cost is not in your favor. That's all. Thank you guys again for your time. Continue working hard, continue following your dreams. Let your passion be what drives your success. I'll keep you guys up to date with my overall position as I told you guys I would. As of right now, again, for all those that tuned in a little bit late, I'm up at $368 on the day. Yesterday, I cleared a little bit over $3,376. Feel free to check out that video. Feel free to subscribe if you guys haven't done so already. If you want to work with me on a closer basis and watch me trade live every single day, be sure to click that second link in the description to learn a little bit more about our Learn, Plan, Profit lesson library and what is included and how we can work on a closer basis. Wish you guys an amazing rest of your Wednesday. Continue working hard, continue following your dreams, let your passion be what drives your success. And like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take it easy, team.